What's up, unboxers? Today we're going to be talking about the Feiyu-Tech Vimble 2 phone gimbal. So I just picked this up a couple days ago and I've been testing it out and I've honestly fallen in love. I've never personally had a gimbal before, so this was kind of a new experience for me. And I'm very excited and very happy that I picked it up, and I'll be explaining a lot about the features, talking about some of the reasons that you might want to get it, some of the reasons you might not want to get it, and yeah. This gimbal is not meant for a GoPro or bigger cameras like the Sony a7 Mark III. It's only meant for your phone, and it has a built-in little phone holder right there, so your phone can be on it in both portrait and landscape. It's adjustable and it can expand to fit different phone widths. So I'm going to put my iPhone X in there. We'll be able to get some cool test shots and I can show you around. So the main reason I decided to get this gimbal was so I could practice recording with the gimbal and my phone before I decided to invest and get an even bigger one that can hold my bigger, better cameras. So this was mainly a tester, and I'm able to test the waters and see what I like about gimbals and if it's worth me getting. And I have to be honest, I've fallen in love and I'm thinking about already ordering another one that's meant for my camera just because this is so awesome. So let me turn it on real quick and I can show you some of the awesome features that it has. I also have some test footage that I'll film later in this video and that I had from yesterday when I took it out to a park. But here we go. So there's 3 buttons on it that you're able to press, and the first one turns it on. And this is so cool. I love this. This is so fancy. We are like living in the future. My phone is here and everything is staying still, so I can just move up and down. I can get different shots and it's so cool. So if I can turn this around a little bit, this is what the controller looks like. It has different controls that it can change the angle that the phone is looking at. It can also pan and tilt up and down. So it's really cool. You can get some really cool moves. And there's also multiple modes that you can do. The other mode is the follow mode, so I move the camera around and the gimbal follows. And then if I hold this trigger button, it stays locked, and if I move the camera around, it stays locked on this one position, which is very cool, and I can just let go, and then it goes back to the other mode. I'd really recommend you reading the entire instruction manual when you pick this up. It's a little hard to understand just because it's translated from Chinese into English, but yeah, it is worth reading so you can get to know all the features before you get started. One pro that I have for this gimbal is the fact that it is so light. This gimbal, I've been able to hold it. I went on a walk in the park and I recorded it, and on that entire walk, I did not get tired. It was very nice that it was so lightweight. It's not super lightweight where you feel like you're not holding anything. It has a little bit of heft to it, so you just know that you're holding it and it's stabilized, but it's not going to hurt your arm after holding it for a while. One really interesting thing about this gimbal, and one of the reasons I decided to go with this one, was the fact that you can actually extend it kind of like a selfie stick. But I really like this because if you don't know, phone camera lenses are pretty narrow compared to some of the wider lenses that you can get on different cameras. So to compensate with that, you have to help the camera a little bit further away from you. And since you're able to extend it, you can move the camera back, it can get a wider field of view, and you can get more in your subject. So it's really cool. Also, I like how you can have kind of like a crane motion, so you're able to get some cool cinematic moves. You can do a follow cam where you like move out, and it's really cool since you have this angle. I love it. It's really cool. I've fallen in love with this little this mode where it's stuck in one position and you can just move it around. It's so fancy. So the battery life on this is very great. I only charged it once and I've already used it for quite a few hours without a problem. So that is something that you don't need to worry about. It does come with a couple cables. One of the cables is meant to charge the gimbal, and the other cables are meant to connect your phone to the gimbal so it can charge it, and it can also use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to transfer data, and you're able to use the record button on the gimbal. So that's a really cool feature, and you can just see how I move it around, it follows, and it's just so smooth and so nice. Another thing that you might be wondering about is noise. So these are brushless motors and they are very smooth, and I don't know if you can hear it, but there's no noise when you're moving the camera around, which is really good if you're using the microphone on your phone, just so you don't hear any of the weird movements that it might have, but gladly it does not have any of those. So that's a plus for this gimbal as well. Now, one thing that I really loved about this, and is very premium, especially for the price of this gimbal, and I'll leave a link down below where you guys can check it out. I found the cheapest price down below. But yeah, it comes with this nice box. But what I absolutely love is the fact that it comes with this carrying case. And this carrying case is made out of a styrofoam, but not one of those cheap styrofoams. It's kind of like a plastic mix. And inside of here, it has a cutout where you're able to store the gimbal long term, and it also has a box to carry all the cords. And that's really nice just so you can keep everything organized. Another really cool thing is that it does come with a little tiny tripod And this is nice, so when you're not using the gimbal, you can set it down and it's not having to lay down on its side. And the gimbal does fold up, so it is very, very smooth and compact. I mean, I guess you could also connect this to a tripod, but I don't really know why anyone would want to connect a gimbal to a tripod since you're going to be moving with it. But yeah, it's really cool. This is a great budget, beginner-friendly gimbal for you to try, and you can do some cool short films if you want to. If you're doing some music video type work, it's really nice. And nowadays, phone cameras are so good that they can compare to super professional cameras like the Sony a7 III. So it's kind of crazy that you can have such high quality, like movie cinema standard motions just with your phone. So I'm going to play some footage that I filmed in the park. It wasn't the best. This was like my first attempt. I'm probably going to come up with another video with more cinematic movements, but you guys can check that out right now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that footage when we were in the park for a little bit, but right now we are in my kitchen, in my house, so welcome. Right now I'm going to go through and try getting some cool cinematic shots around the kitchen, just because it's already night and I don't want to go outside or trying to find a different spot to film. So if it's messy, my apologies, but I have my camera app open and we have to turn the gimbal on just by pressing the button. And it goes to its position. Okay, so I'm going to start recording. And you can just see how smooth it is. That is so cool. And there's the camera. Hi, wave to myself. Okay, so you can just see I'm walking normally. I want to get a cool shot where I go through the chairs, but it's going to be like a nice smooth transition, so. Woo! Oh, that was cool. And now I'm going to lock it on my camera. And then we can move around. And it's locked on that one position. So if I move over here, if I move around, it's locked there. And then we go back. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. So now I'm going to move it around. So it's like a little camera. I mean, that's kind of what it is. But like, there we go. Oh, I don't know what other shots I can get. So like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. That's kind of not stable on my fault just because like the way I was walking, so I'm going to walk a little bit smoother so we can get it and make it look good. Alright, so I think if I walk, I think this is literally the coolest thing in the world. I need to get one for my main camera. I mean, nothing's really wrong with my phone, it's just, I mean, when you open it up on like a TV or like a computer, you kind of see the resolution's a little different on a phone. So I want to go for some like super professional stuff, but I want it to be smooth. Like this is so cool. And I love how smart it is. Like if I move it like this, not only does it like move, but the entire thing moves a little bit. So it gets like a perfect angle. It's so cool. Okay, I have a cool move. Like this. Oh, that's so cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little weird, but I think I just love this gimbal. And I'm super excited when I get one for my main camera, so you'll definitely see a video about it then. But I just love the features of this, and I love all the things it can do. So yeah, I really recommend you guys checking it out if you've ever thought about getting it. It's a great product to have. And I'm excited to see what the future has for it. If I go traveling or something and I can't bring a bigger gimbal or my bigger setups, I'll just bring this with me. And it's so compact. And it comes with a travel case, which is so awesome. And here we go. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I will see you in the next video. Peace.